Good morning, Bobcat teachers and scholars. Welcome to another day of teaching and learning. Let's remember that every student counts, and let's make sure that every moment matters today. Let's get started with our morning announcements.
Good morning, Scenic Hills Elementary students and staff. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the Bobcat affirmation. I think positively. I take ownership of my actions. I make wise choices. I am excited about new learning. I will reach my goals. I forgive others and myself. I am understanding of differences. I am a leader. I am a Bobcat. You may be seated for a moment of silence. This is Naima Ivory, and I'm from Miss Carol's class. Remember, at Scenic Hill Elementary School, every student counts and every moment matters. Stay tuned for the Bobcat broadcast.
Now, every day, all of the Bobcats within our Scenic Hill School should strive to display our foundational values. In order to do this, you must think about the 3R approach, which is to be respectful, be responsible, and to always be ready to learn. Today, we have several Bobcat scholars that we would like to wish a happy birthday to. On yesterday, we had 3 scholars who had birthdays. Happy birthday to Elmarie Mann, Skyland Green, and Skyla Green. And today, we would like to wish a very happy birthday to Kingston Taylor. We hope that your birthday brings you all the things that make you smile. Thank you for coming to share this day with us. In today's classroom spotlight, we would like to shine a light on our grade 1 scholars for doing an excellent job of displaying our foundational value of being ready to learn during intervention. In the photos below, you will see our grade 1 scholars practicing their reading fluency as they are reading independently, working diligently in their sight word station so that they can be ready for the sight word challenge. They are well on their way to learning the 1,000 words that we are all challenged to know before we leave for middle school. And lastly, you will see, I believe that is Jason Robinson. He was showing me all of the hundreds that he has made on his iReady program. I believe he had all 100s and 188 or 86. That is phenomenal. I hope that each of you are doing these 3 things during your intervention block so that you can be ready to learn. In our school-wide events and activities, scholars, I cannot believe that this is the last week for our canned food drive. I hope that you remember to bring your can. Remember, every scholar in the building is challenged to bring at least 1 canned good before the end of this week so that we can have at least 300 cans to share with families who need them so that they can have a happy Thanksgiving holiday. Our second announcement is the reminder that our Scenic Hills Spirit Gear is on sale now. The last day, the to purchase Scenic Hills gear is Friday, November the 19th. That is the day that we get out for our Thanksgiving holiday break. And lastly, we are going to have our second fire safety announcement next in this morning's announcements. Let's get started. Bobcat staff and scholars. Today we will hear our second fire safety educational announcement for the 2021-22 school year. Please let me have your undivided attention as we will discuss some important fire safety information. The COVID-19 pandemic has created a new normal for all of us. Fortunately, we have survived the worst of this pandemic, which has allowed us to readjust to in-person learning. So as we adjust to these unconventional learning challenges, we can't overlook the importance of safety in our learning environments and homes. The temperature outside has started to change, and we will begin to depend on heating devices in our school buildings and homes to keep us warm. With this in mind, many heating devices have not been used for several months. So this is the time for us to observe carbon monoxide awareness. November 5th through 12th has been established as Carbon Monoxide Awareness Week. Did you know that every year more than 400 people are killed from unintentional carbon monoxide poisoning? Even worse, did you know that young children are at an even greater risk, with a quarter of all calls to the Poison Control Center being for children under the age of 19? There's a reason they call carbon monoxide the silent killer. It's colorless, odorless, tasteless, and can't be detected by humans without the help of an alarm or a detector. As the weather gets colder, more people will be using heaters, fireplaces, furnaces, and other appliances that produce carbon monoxide. And so we would like to bring awareness to this invisible killer. Today we're going to go over 5 tips that you and your family can use at home to keep your home learning environment safe. Tip number 1. Think safety first, safety always. Always take safety precautions where children and adults are exposed to devices which emit carbon monoxide. As we continue to think safety first and safety always, tip number 2 is to test carbon monoxide alarms in your house every month. On the screen, you'll see a picture of a sample carbon monoxide alarm. You will see that it actually is a dual alarm because it has a smoke detector on it. Each month, it's a great idea for your parents to actually test this alarm, push the button to make sure that it's still working to see if they need to change the batteries. Your homework today would be to ask your parents when was the last time they tested the carbon monoxide alarm or the smoke alarm in your home. Tip number 3, be sure to use generators and grills outside of the home and make sure that they are away from windows and doors. There's an example of a generator down at the bottom, so when the power goes out, some families have generators that they can plug in and actually keep the power running in the house while they're waiting on MLG and W to actually restore the power. If you look in the top right hand corner, you'll see that grill, and it's outside on the back deck, but You don't want it to be close to any windows or any doors. Tip number 4, make sure that you check the vents for the dryer, a furnace, the stove, and the fireplace outside of your home to make sure that they're clear of any debris. Debris is anything that could be sitting out to the side. It could be some sticks, some trash, anything that could catch on fire if it's too close to the vented area of each of these particular items. And our last tip, tip number 5. If the carbon monoxide alarm sounds, leave the area immediately. Call 911 or the fire department as soon as you and your family are outside of the home. And then I need you to stay outside until the emergency personnel arrive. Remember, it's safety first and safety always is what we're going to remember. You scholars, your families, and our staff at the school are our most precious asset. Let's take every precaution to protect our lives and our safety. Thank you for listening. Remember, every day we're building brilliant Bobcats because we are raising the bar by believing in ourselves, achieving our goals, and reimagining our future. We will conclude our announcements with our victory roar. Say it with me. Together we must believe. Together we will achieve. Together we are reimagining 901. Have a fantastic day of teaching and learning.